Good morning, dear students, and welcome in the second part of The Sound of Music, 9th standard chapter. In first part, we have studied story of Evelyn Glennie, and in second part, we are going to study the biography of Ustad Bismillah Khan. Just have a look over the video. The front figure is Ustad Bismillah Khan. He is playing Shehnai. Ustad Bismillah Khan, great figure of our Indian classical music. Just see on screen some of the Indian figures are shown here, those who are playing music. It's your homework. You need to find out who are these people. You find out the names of these people. Ustad Bismillah Khan, who was known worldwide for playing Shehnai. Earlier, this Shehnai was not there in our nation. It was invented afterwards in our nation. First of all, Pungi names one instrument was there which was played in our nation. Emperor Aurangzeb banned this musical instrument Pungi. He has given the reason that it is having a shrill and unpleasant sound. He banned the royal residence to have the music here Pungi played into this royal residence. Now Pungi became the generic name for reeded noisemaker. A few people thought this Pungi should be invented, and one person was there when he was by caste Nai and by profession he was musician. So he decided to improve this Pungi. He has taken a large he has taken a pipe which was hollow stem and which was larger and broader than the Pungi. He made 7 holes on this here Pungi or the pipe. As we know here 7 surs are there, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. So he made 7 holes there here, and by closing and opening of this these holes through his fingers, he produced melodious sounds. He produced melodious sounds, and first of all this instrument he played into the Shah's kingdom or king's palace. He is showed there here presented there here, as this was invented by Nai or Baba and presented in front of or in chamber of the Shah. That's why this instrument was named Shehnai. This Shehnai was limited. This Shehnai was considered earlier only auspicious there here, and it was limited to the temples and marriages. North India's all marriages were here celebrated or these were accompanied with the Shehnai's tune there here. So this year this Shehnai got auspicious and traditional touch there here. It was not played earlier on the classical stage, or stage performances were not done there here. This was the part of Naubat. Naubat means what? In king's court traditionally 9 instruments were kept, and among that here 9 instrument, Shehnai was one of this one. Shehnai was played into the royal courts there here. To give classical touch or to bring classical to bring Shehnai onto the classical stage, this credit goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. As a 5-year-old, Ustad Bismillah Khan, he played Gilli Danda. He played there here Gilli Danda near pond in ancient state of Dumran in Bihar. What is Dumran? Dumran is a place which is the subdivision of subdivision of Buxar district in Bihar. He would regularly go to nearby Biharji temple. A Biharji temple, he used to go there here to sing Bhojpuri song Chaita. Bhojpuri Chaita he used to sing there here. Who? Ustad Bismillah Khan. And what prize he was getting there here? 1.25 kgs, one laddu was given by local Maharaja to him. So his journey was started from 1.25 kgs laddu, and he got the highest civilian award, that was Bharat Ratna. This boy, he got Bharat Ratna award here, and he started his journey. First prize was there here, 1.25 kgs laddu. He was born on 21 March 1916. Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. Ustad Bismillah Khan, he was born on 21 March 1916, and he was belonging to a well-known musician family from Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Bux was Shehnai Nawaz of Bhojpur king, whereas his father Paigambar Bux and his paternal members also were great Shehnai players. The young boy took the music with his in his early life only, or early years only. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's home, there his maternal uncle Ali Bux in Benares, in Vishnu temple, he used to play here Shehnai there here. Ali Bux used to play Shehnai in Benares. Benares now it is called as Varanasi. So here Ustad Bismillah Khan also was accompanying with his uncle, and hours he was observing his uncle playing here Shehnai. He has taken basic lessons of Shehnai from his uncle, and he also started to do the practice. The entire day he was spending to practice Shehnai. This young apprentice places Balaji temple and Mangla Maiya's temple, as well as he was going on to the bank of Ganga river, where in solitude he used to do the practice of Shehnai. This young apprentice started to do new inventions or new inventions into this Shehnai. He started to play new ragas. He started to play their ragas through this Shehnai. So earlier people, they were thinking here, we can't play ragas through the Shehnai, but he has taken the Shehnai on next level there here, and different ragas he started to play. He improvised the Shehnai tune there here. He invented new ragas there here. At the age of 14, Bismillah Khan, accompanied with his uncle, he went to Allahabad Music Conference, where with his talent he impressed. With his talent he impressed Ustad Fayaz Khan. He came and he patted onto the back of Ustad Bismillah Khan, and he told him, he encouraged him, work hard, definitely you will make it. Definitely one day you will make your name in this field. With the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938, Ustad Bismillah Khan got a big break. It became now here common to listen Ustad Bismillah Khan through the radio for the Lucknow people. On 15th August 1947, when our nation got independence, first time Ustad Bismillah Khan, he got chance to show his talent in front of the nation. He played Rag Kafi through his Shehnai from the Red Fort there here, and the audience were stunned by his Rag Kafi there here, even Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru also. After his presentation, Jawaharlal Nehru has given his famous speech that was Tryst with Destiny. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in our nation as well as out of the nation also. His first visit abroad was in Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was he was taken or he was impressed by here Sir Ustad Bismillah Khan's Shehnai. He awarded Bismillah Khan with precious carpets also and different gifts. The king of Afghanistan was not only the one fascinated by Bismillah Khan, but filmmaker Vijay Bhatt was also impressed. That's why when he listened Shehnai of Ustad Bismillah Khan at a festival, he named his film Gunj Uthi Shehnai. He named his film also Gunj Uthi Shehnai, and that film was very big hit there here. And Ustad Bismillah Khan's song Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, that was a famous one, or that was very great kind of hit one there here in Indian music. This song was very big hit there here. It was a chart buster here. Despite this huge success in here celluloid world, Bismillah Khan was limited with this here music here film world. Only 2 movies he gave music there here. One was Vijay Bhatt's Gunj Uthi Shehnai, and another Kannada movie was there here, Vikram Srinivasa's Kannada venture Sanadhi Apanna. Why he limited? He explained there here, I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world. He said there here, he can't mold himself, he can't limit himself into the artificiality and glamour of the world. He says with emphasis, he says all these words with emphasis there here. Lot awards and recognition came in thick and fast to Ustad Bismillah Khan, though he was limited in the movies. He was having great performances, worldwide stages he was doing there here. Due to his fame, due to his talent, United States of America invited Ustad Bismillah Khan to perform on prestigious Lincoln Center Hall. At the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall, he was invited to perform his art. He went there here not only to this place, but another world here exposition in Montreal, in Cannes Art Festival, and Osaka Trade Fair also he has taken part, and he showed the world what is Indian art. So well known he became internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. Due to his fame, due to his talent, one auditorium in Tehran was named after Ustad Bismillah Khan. Its name was given Tahar Mosik Ustad Bismillah Khan. National awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, all these came to Ustad Bismillah Khan. In 2001, he was awarded with the highest civilian award, that was Bharat Ratna. His eyes were glinting with rare happiness. Lot happiness was there into Ustad Bismillah Khan's eyes, and he said, all I would like to say is, teach your children music. He urged Indian parents, what he said, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music. Even Western people also coming to learn our music. This is our duty to teach our kids the Indian tradition and Indian music. In spite of having traveled, he traveled the entire world. He traveled the entire world, but his all-time favorite two places were there here, that was Banaras and Dumran. Dumran and Banaras, they remained for him the most wonderful towns of the world. One of his student was there of USA. He requested Ustad Bismillah Khan to settle down in USA and to run his school of music there here of Shehnai. He said there here, for you I will shift or I will build temples like Banaras in this atmosphere or in this school place, and I will create atmosphere like Banaras. So Ustad Bismillah Khan, he said in a comic manner, if it will be very nice if you will shift Ganga river also. Ganga river also, can you transport Ganga river as well, he said there here. Later he remembered to have said, that is why whenever I am going in foreign or I am making tour in foreign country, I keep yawning to see Hindustan. I like to go to Hindustan there here. And while in Mumbai, when he is in Mumbai, he wanted to go to Banaras and the holy Ganga. And while in Banaras, I missed the unique matha of Dumran. He wanted to go there to the Dumran also there here. One reporter was there here, Shekhar Gupta. When a partition happened, he asked one question to here Ustad Bismillah Khan. He asked, when partition took place, that time you didn't move, or your family, you didn't think to move towards Pakistan? Then he gave a smart answer here, where he said, okay, God forbade me. He said, I will never leave Banaras. God should know, such kind of the situation should not come that I should leave Banaras, never. I went to Pakistan once. He said, I went to Pakistan. Why? To say I have been to Pakistan. Once I went, 1 hour I was there here, and I said namaskar to the Pakistanis and salam alaikum to Indians. I had there here one big laugh was there among them. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich and cultural heritage of our nation. Just see, he is a great example of secularism. He is a great example of Indian culture. What is real India? We can find there here Ustad Bismillah Khan. He was a devout Muslim, but in spite of that, he played Shehnai in Kashi Vishwanath temple. This is our culture. Dear students, this is our culture. Though we are belonging to different religions, we are living together. We are going, or we are celebrating each other or different religious festivals there here. So here Ustad Bismillah Khan was a great example of our cultural heritage of our nation. Ustad Bismillah Khan, he passed away on 21 August 2006 at the age of 90. After a long illness or prolonged illness, he died there here. He was given a state funeral, as well as government of our nation declared one day national mourning, and we lost Indian diamond there here of music field. He was a great human being. He was a great musician. He was a great Shehnai player who made our Indian Shehnai, which was limited to the here remote areas. He gave recognition to this Shehnai worldwide. I hope you understood the lesson here. First part and second part, if any doubts are there, you can ask there here. Thank you. Have a nice day.